Ready, Michelle? Set!
C'est ça! Qu'est-ce que? Morceau! Right. Show any. Right. That's it. Right.
Unish.
What's your ID? Right.
Unish. Right. So we'll review a couple quick things. So when we want to let's put a strap in. So bring that over like this. So again, like that. And just to review a couple things. So our regular stance, our kind of anti stance, if you will, is just with the schneid hanging down at our normal arm length. Wherever it naturally drops, that's where you hold it, with the end of the suka pointing out, so it should be at a 45-degree angle. And that's just anytime we're sort of waiting or walking around the dojo or something, this is how we hold the shine for. You know, we're about to practice. And then when we go to seiza, we always bring it up to our belt level. Again, it's like sort of a habit forming, we just want to keep this under control, we're aware, we're pointing, things like that. When we go down to seiza, it's always left foot first, right foot second, and then that. And all really quick. You see what the feet are doing. So when I go down, my toes are curled under like this, down like this, then go here, and then I let them go flat. Some people cross them, which is also fine. But just do whichever way is going to end up being more comfortable for you. And then you come down. And if you put your full weight down like this, it puts a lot more stress on your feet. So if you keep a little bit of the weight, you use your quads to sort of take some of the pressure off. That will help, especially if you have to stay and stay up on top. When we bow, it's a little tricky, especially if we're not used to bending or stretching this way. When we do utsure, we put our hands down, and the idea is that we want to sort of bring our elbows to the floor. And depending on your amount of flexibility, or if you have logo on or something, you might not be able to put your elbows all the way down. But what we don't want to do is put our head down so we arch our back like this. Try your best to keep the back straight. It won't be perfect, but see if you can just kind of keep it straight, and the head should not bend. You don't have to put your head all the way down the ground. It just has to be a little bit like so. So we can keep a fairly straight back. Sometimes you'll see different ways of doing this, sometimes left to right, left. They do this in Kendo. In Kendo, we tend to put both down, because we're recognizing samurai do it this way. We just put both hands down. The reason why we make a diamond with our hands like this is it's sort of cultivating that culture of always being ready. Because someone could attack us and sort of, hit our back of our head and push it into the ground, so we break our nose or something, right? So this is why we do this. It's to protect our nose. It's still loud, but our nose being naked. When it's time to stand back up again, we go down on our left. So this time we go up using our right. And I kept my upper muscle down like I'm able to push myself up. And that way too, we can avoid too much of this kind of thing. Even though many of us have a bit of advanced age, so it is hard to get up and down sometimes. But I find if you curl your toes under, you're both able to attack or do something, defend yourself, but it's also easier to get out without having to sort of put your hand there. And as we build up our muscles, it will get a little easier, but we'll just try our best to do it that way as much as possible. Okay, so then we're ready to practice. So next, we're in this sort of ready position. Whenever we bow, put our heels together, bow from the hips. When we get schwas, bring the shinai up to our belt level, thumbs on top. Again, that's to control this represents sword, so our thumb is controlling it, we're holding it in the sound. And conversely too, we can push it out of the sound, so we can drop. Alright, so we bring it up here like this, we take up 3 strides in, which is on. And if you start and stop with whichever foot is leading, so if we're going forward, our right foot's always forward, the right foot always takes the first step. 1, 2, 3. And it should put us in the same orientation. Conversely, when we go back, the left foot is forward in this case. It goes first. 1, 2, 3. And both ways, we sort of keep this orientation with our feet. Okay? So we're like this, and then we bring the shinai out. So we pull it out. Try to keep it as close to your shoulder as you can, and the ken center tip comes up and over, like this. And when we do samukyo, our feet are in this normal sort of fighting stance, kamai, but we just kind of turn the left foot in, turn it in a little bit. That allows us to kind of crouch down, and we try to keep our back staying as tall and keep it as straight as possible. Don't worry if you're working on this, many of us still struggle to get in this posture. We're always refining and working on it. So we go down, like a squat, we try to keep our back straight, and try to also keep the shinai pointing where it's pointing. So if you have a partner, and we have a little bit of space like that, we want to continue pointing at each other as we go down. So we're pointing, and then when we come back up, it's like this. And the reason why we do this, whenever we have a tournament match or jiu-jitsu or something, they always say, push your hand from here. So begin from here. So we're already in our fighting stance here. So we go up, because someone usually attacks right in that spot. So we need to have our feet ready. So when we go down, we bring our foot in, we go down, and when we come up, the foot has to turn immediately as well. So both feet are straight, and we have this readiness to attack. Let's just try that a couple times with our feet. Alright, so review of kamai, heels off the ground, sort of right foot forward, left foot, toes are aligned with the heel of our right foot. The left heel is off the ground, the right heel is just hovering just a little bit off the ground. So you're on the balls of both feet. It's meant to be, feel kind of ready like a runner or a boxer or something, but you've got a bit of strength to your feet. So that's our kamai. So from here, we'll turn our left foot in, go down to samukyo, and then back up. Samukyo, and back up. Try to keep your back straight as possible. Try to have the back of your head in line with your spine and your sort of pelvic. Sort of try to keep all those 3 things in line. Alright, samukyo. And back up. Samukyo. And back up. Alright, good. Okay, so now from here, let's check our feet. Make sure both are facing forward. And we'll warm up a little kuriashi. So we're going to push it to the left, slide to the right. We want to ki as the left foot comes in. So teach, ni, san, shi. You don't have to use Japanese, you can count in English, but try your best to count as your foot comes in. Ich, and try to make the movement your hip, not so much your foot. Like your foot pushes, but it's the hip movement. Ich, ni, san, and so forth, right? Let's do that 20 times. Right, pointe, and kuriashi. Hajime. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rubber, six, 8、9、10、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10. Good. Now check your feet. Anything's wrong with the alignment, we can just adjust that. And that's good. Okay. Let's try that one more time. I'll just look around instead of doing it with you. So make sure your feet are straight, both even the back foot. And vision.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、1、2、
Make sure your key
3、
out.
4、5、6、7、8、9、10.
Alright. And by the way, you don't have to count in Japanese, just count in English. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or even if you just say ya something. Yeah. 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 Just get used to vocalizing something with the body movement so that that both things go together. And you can do it with us if you want, right? You can you're welcome to keep doing the footwork if you want.
Is everybody all bunched up at the end there?
Maybe a little. Let's
Okay.
shuffle this way.
Yeah, I'll shuffle over. You can make a little bit of
Oh, should be one in here.
Do you have cables?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that works out.
And actually, while we're swinging, that's a good one to use. But if you want, do you have your regular one?
I do have my regular.
It might be good for what we're going to do next.
Okay, I just can't carry anything on my head.
Okay.
That's the other reason why I'm using this, because it's lighter. I can actually roll under it.
Alright.
It's just the weight of the sheet.
Okay, well, I'll see you. Alright. And, yeah, let's shuffle this way. Push into the space. Not too far, so that we have the opposite problem on this side. Alright. Okay, so let's just try that one more time. Make sure everyone's doing the kia. Alright. So Kamaite. Oh, the other thing to watch out for. See if you can make sure you're pointing at your throat level. It's like more jumping for a second. Go forward. So stand sideways. So just come on for a second. So just point that way. So it's your profile. So you can see where he's pointing the height. It matches the height of his throat. So it's aligned. The tensen is lined up where his throat is. So if it's like pointing up too much, then we lose that triangle. Okay, we want to make sure that it's in front. Because the other thing too is when it's up like this as well, I'm actually not very threatened by this if I'm his opponent or his partner. But if it's pointing toward me, it feels like there's a very real chance of get caught, right? So we want to have that. Maintain the strength. So when we're doing our footwork, let's also keep the shinai still. Don't let it like turn or something as we're going. See if you can make it straight and continue sort of pointing forward. Okay? Like if anyone's ever sort of pointed at something with a bit of passion, like go there or something, right? We did an experiment one time at a seminar where you have your arm out and if you're pointing, it's actually hard to bend the arm. We did it with partners. One person tries to bend the arm. So you just hold your arm out straight, and I don't know, it seems easy to bend. But as soon as you're pointing or doing something like that, it makes it a lot stronger. You want to have that same feeling with the shinai. Not like tense the whole time, but it's definitely pointing forward. You your stomach, right through the shin. All right, so let's keep those things in mind as we move forward. And let's go here. This way slightly, few steps there, with a little more space. All right, good. All right, so let's try that one more time. We'll do 20 times again. And make sure everyone counts out loud, you, especially mine. Not especially, but you. All right. Are you ready? Pitch man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, Hold and relax. Okay. Stop a little bit. Okay, so that's good. Now let's go from there to some field goal. I think our footwork is looking pretty good. Now we'll add the swing to it. So, like always, we'll break down our swing in a 3 count, where we bring it up above our head like this for 1. 2 is the strike, and we want to make sure that we're timing the back foot in as we swing down. And then 3, we go back to 1. So, hitch, knee, man, song. So, and we do a ki for the second one. Okay? Same. All right, so my take. And push me. Hitch, knee, man, song. 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 And hold. All right, so a couple quick things to notice. On the upswing, make sure that the kensen or tip points up. Not straight up, but just don't let it fall behind, sort of halfway. Sometimes we do exercises like Joey Subadi, when we swing all the way like this. That's sort of a way of loosening up. But typical swings, we should never let it go more than parallel. Ideally, the tip should be up a little bit. So when we swing, think about your back muscles. So we do that first part, hitch, rotate the shoulders, don't let the head move if you can. One thing, sometimes taller folks, we want to bend. We're used to bending our head, I guess. So we bend in front like that. What you want to do is just rotate the shoulders. So 1, like this. We use our back muscles. And then when we go to swing down, there's a squeeze like we do in the warm-up with our left hand. And we sort of do that to kind of get the tip going. So we throw the tip forward. You know, our elbows extend, and at the end, our wrist comes out like that. Our left wrist sort of flicks forward, our right wrist squeezes. And that squeeze is just for a second, sort of a step. Okay? In fact, let's do each part on its own, and then we'll do the whole thing. So let's just do a few upswings. So think about your back muscles, think about rotating the shoulders, not moving the head. All right, do that just a few on your own. And we're just going for Kamai, and we're just rotating the shoulders up. It's not an actual swing, we're just getting into that first position, using our back muscles. You can kind of think like we're stabbing, like there's a low ceiling or something, and above and behind you, you're just kind of stabbing the shinai in there. So think of it as pushing up, pushing. So, all right, good. Now for the downswing, the left hand's the power hand when we swing down. So if we're in this position, we'll just go like this. We want to kind of extend the left arm. So, well, think about what I was saying about squeezing. We got to squeeze a little bit first here. So we squeeze to flip this up. And then we kind of take the momentum and extend. So just sort of do that a few times on your own. Try to make the left hand knee squeeze here, and then extend. That's why we do that top flexibility. It's to get used to the idea of the left hand being the dominant one as we're swinging. Do that a few times. Right. That's good. And if you find your elbows sticking out a little bit to the side, that just means I think the right hand is doing the work. If that happens. So what you want to do is sort of think about like almost like the left arm is right down the center of your sights. I mean, it isn't quite, but as you start to swing, it's like it comes in and down. That helps keep it straight. If you think about the left hand. Okay, so the last part is the wrists. So we just extend our arms kind of to this neutral position here. So almost like we finished our swing, we've got to about this far. This is where the wrist takes over. So the wrist needs to be behind the shinai. And it's behind the shinai the whole time, actually. The wrist's on top when it's in kamai. When you swing above your head, it's like your hands are underneath. And then when you swing down, you get to this neutral position. We're behind it, so we can push it down. So think about that. The left hand is going to push it down. Push it down like that. From here, just the wrist if you can. So extend the left arm, by the way. So both arms are extended, but we're just kind of neutral. And that's where you use the wrist to go down. You want to try your best just to use the wrist as you do that. So if your arm's doing something like this, it's too much arm, you want to just have the wrist. 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 And then we can add the, if you do it just with the left a few times, you can then add the right hand back to stop. Grab. I mean, sometimes it's here, sometimes they say, it's like you bring a dish towel up. You swing down and you do this kind of twist. I find for myself, I found that never truly helpful. I find Arita Sensei, he's sort of a one famous sensei. He runs Evo actually. I was at a seminar one time where he suggested this, where you squeeze more, like you're squeezing your hand instead of bringing the dish towel. And for myself, I find that, well, both methods are valid. So whichever way works better. But the main thing is you need to have that snap at the end of your wrist. Now, when we do the whole thing, we do the whole swing, we have that snap at the end. Okay? So let's try and put all those ingredients together. We'll still break it down into 3 parts, but we'll try to go relatively smooth through it. Thanks. Can I take? Sonkyo-do one more time. Ich, ni, bang! 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 Very good. Now we'll do it Nikyu-do, so 2-step. We just ich, bang, ni, and now. Alright? Kumate, and hajime. Ich, bang, ni. 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 Ich, bang. Knee, itch, knee, itch, knee. Very good. Okay, let's do one more set, but with kote this time. So we'll stop this height. Right. Let's give it a try. Kote. We'll stick with Nikyu-do at the same time. Straight. Itch, hey. Itch, hey. Itch. Hey! Knee, itch. Hey! Knee, itch.
Tap.
Knee. Hitch.
Tap.
Knee. Hitch.
Tap.
Knee. Hitch.
Tap.
Knee. Hitch.
Tap.
Knee. And hold. And okay, looking really good. One thing I'd say as you start to get used to this movement more, see if you can make the hip thrust in a little bit more. So we don't want it to be kind of like a slow hip, because if our swing's fast, but our hip is slow, it'll sink. Because we need to sink this leg, the swing, the ki. We need all three things to sink together. So it needs to be take, if we can. So try to keep that in mind. And if you can work on giving that hip a little bit of a snap as you do it, and it's a good foundational movement for a lot of what we do. All right, so let's do one more set. We'll do dole this time. So the dole movement is very much the same as Kote. It's sort of a horizontal, maybe the tip slightly up. But instead of ending here, it's an angle. It's a diagonal. So this is where the string comes in. It helps us see the angle that we are swinging. Okay, so paying attention to this angle, that's called Kasuji. That's the angle of the cut. All right, so let's try and go a few times. We'll go left side forward, right side back. Okay? No, actually we'll do something. So forward, come back. All right, that's different positions. All right, so my take. And hajime. Ich. Do. Ni. Ich. Do. Ni. Ich.
Do.
Ni. Ich.
Do.
Ni. Ich.
Do.
Ni. Ich.
Do.
Ni. Ich.
Do.
Ni. Ich.
Do.
Ni. Ich.
Do.
Knee, and hold, and relax. I got you up a little bit. And I'm going to take one step back. So switch gears a little bit. So we've been doing this Okuneyashi movement so far. Let's put Shinai behind your back for a second. Like this. We do this to kind of help remind ourselves that we want to move from our midsection of hips. All right? We want to avoid stepping forward if we can. Try to keep straight. And what we're going to do, let's do that Okuneyashi step, but try to make it deeper. All right, see if you can do how deep can you go without sort of tripping or falling. So, like that. Let's try that a few times, but we'll try and keep our back straight, even though we're stretching a little further than normal. All right, this man. Hitch. 2 steps back. Knee. Son. So thrust the knee forward as much as anything. Sheep. Go. Good. The idea here is that we are moving forward. We don't want to move up. So we're transitioning to a footwork called Fumokoyashi. And in all respects, it's the same as Okuneyashi, that sliding step. It just has a little more power to it. So the same movement we were just doing, let's try again, but we'll kind of take the weight off our right foot a little bit. And the idea is that we want to kind of do that same movement we just did, like a large Okuneyashi, but with the weight off. We get about halfway through, and then we want to take that last quarter, or last 20% or so, and press with our back leg. And then the idea is that you're going to bring this foot up as quick as you can. Okay? So let's give that a try a couple times. So we start off here in Kamai. take the weight off your right foot a little bit, and sort of lift it, let yourself almost fall forward with a straight back. Let yourself fall forward, and just before you're about to hit, give yourself a little push, a little boost with the left foot. Right? So, lift the right foot a little bit, just hovering barely off the ground. Remember, thrust the knee forward as we go. And then just before we land, just before we hit the ground, give a push, extra push for you. Right, see if you can do that trick. This. Right. Now the tendency is to start to go up a little bit. We want to avoid that. We still want to keep as much of a forward movement as possible, not an up movement. Right, so let's do that trick. More a step than a jump. Here's your man. And because we're lifting the weight off a little bit, it creates a stomp. Now, rather than go right into regular fumakomiyashi, we'll do what's called a lunge suguri, where we just swing up like this to help us win the time. Let's do our upswing, kind of like Sankyo as well. So, itch, and then knee, we're going to go forward into like a traveling lunge. Like that. Two steps back, and there you go. So, itch, knee, in fact, let's all actually line up on this side, facing this wall. And we'll do this movement across the dojo. Try not to stomp too hard as you do it, and definitely don't stomp on your heel. As we do this, you won't land flat-footed. Push forward as much as you can, and do your best to time the swing with the stomp. So just do that across the dojo, and just, doesn't have to be too intense, just think about the mechanics. All right, it's your man. Let's try one more round of that. Go back the other way. And and by the way, go with your limit. Go with your limit. Try not to overextend so much that you have to turn your foot. That's a definite no. Only go so far as you can, and keep that foot straight. Okay? So it doesn't have to be, sometimes you see these done and they're really deep. We're not going to focus on that today. Focus on keeping your feet straight and just doing what you're able to do, but stay straight, keep the heel forward without any twists. Okay? We don't want to twist. So shallower footwork is better, as long as you don't turn your foot. Alright, so let's give that a try. So face forward, and swing. Hold where you are for a second. So try your best to time it, the step and the swing at the same time. So try not to have the feet and the swing doing things differently. If you can, try to make sure that we swing, then we step, and we bring the foot in. Swing, step, foot. Okay? I need you step. And here's your guy. Let's take the same thing and okay, so let's actually have 5 people on this side. Let's make 2 lines. 5 people on this side, 5 people on this side. Along these 1 lines, and we'll face each other.
Regular stuff.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go over here. And Maya, I'll be partners with you, okay?
No, I think he's a better person.
Yeah.
I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, but we'll be right beside you. Can stand right beside your dad, okay? You guys stand beside each other? Actually, you guys go on that side.
Okay.
Alright, stand beside each other, and we need, yeah, 1 more on this. Okay. Yeah, so you be partners.
Okay, sure.
But don't worry, we're gonna switch. We switch around. Okay? Alright, so stay right there in front of me like this. Okay. So have Shania on our side like this. Okay, we're gonna hold it on our side, good. So we're gonna bow. When you get your bring it up to our belt. And 3, we take our 3 sliding steps in. Ich, knee, on. Bring our Shania out. Go down to Sonkyo, and then back up again. Excellent. And what we're going to try now is on this side, we're going to hold the Shnai like this. And on this side, we're going to try what we just practiced, but a smaller version. Actually, let's do one thing first. We'll all back up from each other, so we have space. Let's try that same movement we did, but instead of the exaggerated step like this, we'll do a smaller version. So yes, you can back up a bit more. And what we want to do is we're going to bring the Shnai up to swing up. And then we're doing that footwork that we just did with the Shnai behind our back. So kind of take the weight off the right foot, let yourself almost fall forward. Don't tip over, but let yourself sort of move forward, and then give a little push at the end. Swing down just as your foot hits, just like we were just doing across the dojo. All right, so knee, down, and soft. And let yourself have a little bit of forward momentum if you can. Itch, knee, good. Itch, knee, good. All right, let's do it all in one motion. So swing up, swing down, and try to move as you start to swing down. Good. Everyone take one extra step back. Right, and once again. Good. And one more. All right, good. Okay, so now we'll come a little closer together. And what we're going to do, I'll borrow Aaron for a second. So, this side of the room is going to provide a target. We'll go like this. We want to try that same movement we just did. Good, just like that. Good. All right. So we'll do that. Let's do 5 times, and we'll switch. Okay. So, totally. You want to try it too? Oh, okay, cool.
I'm looking for the bigger sword, guys. Come on now.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Just don't hit me too hard because I can't. Do that thing where you gotta like step it. You can do it better than that. That's okay. You do your best.
Yeah,
I hear you.
okay. So what I'm gonna do, so point towards me with it. Come a little closer. And I'm gonna try like this.
Back up one more step.
I want you
Now take your white sword.
swing up over your head.
Beauty.
And also put your hand a little closer to this one. Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
There you go.
My turn.
Okay.
Alright. Try to use your at the same time.
Head.
So,
Head.
raise the foot.
We're good.
Head.
So, mostly just let the shoulders.
I can't really hit too hard.
Like, oh, go.
Should I have just
Swinging or falling.
I should get your daughter to beat me up. I might be a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
Try one more time. Hands up. There you go.
Wow.
Good job. Alright, one more. Let's point towards me again. Like this. Make sure your right hand's up higher. Let's turn it this way. Make sure both feet are straight. Yes. Okay. And not like tightrope. Make them kind of like that. Okay, good job.
Perfect.
Now from here. So bring this down towards your belly button. Yeah, I have it. I'll help you. Point it this way. Left hand go more to the bottom. Yeah, that. Now from here, do the same thing. Raise up, lift your right hand, lift the forward foot a little, and fall forward with it.
Yeah. Good job, really.
Good job. Alright, one more.
Go on.
There you go. Alright, good. Alright, so let's put our point forward again like this. And now we're gonna make this go over our right shoulder again. Over. This way. Oh, that's it. Yeah, like that. Now bring your hand around. Alright. Cool. Alright, so let's keep our eyes on each other. How do you get the thumbs up? Alright, Aikutai. So, actually, don't you push this? Okay, yeah, we'll go this way, yeah. So we'll go this way. So you'll move into this position, and then you guys can practice together. So you don't have to be your dad's partner this time. Alright? And let's try one more time, same thing. So if you and then you can do the putti action. So yeah, try one more.
I won't hit.
Alright. Microphone. We'll rotate. We'll stay here. And how about I'll go to the end. enter. No, you stay there. That's okay. Everyone move over one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll shuffle this way. We need one more person on this side. Yeah, good. Okay, so let's try something a little different this time. What we're going to do is, let's just do a kuriashi. And we'll use a partner for a second. So what we're going to do is, he's just going to step sideways. So step to the side of both of the target. And what I want you guys to do is just go through classic kuriashi. Keep an eye on the fact that you have someone on this side, and you turn that way. That's all, yeah. I'm gonna go for him. So, yeah, we'll be turning this way. Okay, so he'll step this way. We're gonna do kuriashi. Trying to keep an eye on the fact that he's there, and we turn. So let's do that. Let's do that 4 times. And then we'll morph this into a striking practice right after. Okay? Alright. Alright. So remember kendo feet when you're moving? Like this? Next. Right, move closer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this way, and then you're just going to go through kuriashi. Well, this side is just sort of a prop, monogachi. So you're going to go. Okay. I'll step sideways and do kuriashi, go by me. Right? Just do footwork. Yeah, go through. Good. And then remember how we turn? Turn towards me. Turn around. Yeah. But bring Shinai in as you do. Okay? Once again, go by. Good job. And turn. Good job. And once again, go by me. Good job. And turn. That's it. All right, one more time. All right, good. Now switch sides. All right, so whoever was standing still as the other person did footwork, this time you're gonna do it. All right.
We have it.
Okay, you guys are ready to switch? All right, good. Okay, good. So same partners, we're gonna do basically the same thing. One to swing. And that footwork that we're doing, the idea with it is that you want to be conscious of your partner and know when to turn. Sometimes when we do this footwork across the dojo, we're not connected yet. We're just going, footwork, right? The reason why we're doing it this way is so you're conscious of your partner. So, So the idea is that as we're going by the person, around the time we're shoulder to shoulder, we start to think it's time to turn around. And if we do that, we'll be at the right distance for the next stroke. So what we're going to do this time is he's actually going to open a target. So step sideways and hold it about your own head height. And then from here, we're going to hit the shinai. So we do this. So same thing we're doing with Samkyodo. Raise the shinai first. If you practice a bit more, you can do this all in one motion, so much the better. But if you're just trying it for the first time, you can break it down like 1, 2, 2 turn around. Now monodachi, you're going to turn and follow, and be right there for me to go again. So I'm going to do this again. I do it. And you follow. So you're right there. So do one long ki. We say then, and we go then, all the way till we turn around. Okay. And try your best to do this where you have to stop. And if you have to go slow and break it down, no problem. Shinai first, take your weight off the foot, fall forward, and then kuriashi as you go up. Bring shoulder to shoulder, let's see what you turn. Alright, so give that a try. But I know some of you have practiced a little bit, so you can go faster. Alright, so we'll try this. You ready? Alright. Okay, so Shinai. This. Excellent. On the back center. Come back to the middle. Up over her shoulder. Yeah. Bring the hand around. We look at each other. I have to keep an eye on you, and you have to keep an eye on me. We go back. Excellent. How'd it go? I think it's never so. Alright, so ankle tie. So let's go this way. I'll stay here. You guys rotate. Alright, same thing one more time. I'm trying to add a little bit of tempo to it. Okay? Alright, we'll do it again, but we'll do it. Pull tight. Let's hold it. But not here. And then try to follow him. That's good.
Yeah! Yeah!
Sorry, towards. And then you do the same. He's going to open for you. You do the same. Everyone else do 2 more. That's 2 each. Okay. So that happens right at the moment that you hit.
How's your wrist?
It's getting there. I'll get there. We'll stay here. Okay? Everyone else rotate. All right, so let's try that one more time. Some of us have done this a little bit. Why don't you guys do one breath? Okay. So, 5. Let's do 3. We'll do 3. Folks that have done it before, okay, you guys do 1 breath. You guys just go fast. But we'll still go at an appropriate pace. Okay?
3 times.
Let's do 3 times, and because these guys are going to do 1 breath. Unless you want to do 5.
We can do 5.
All right, let's do 5. You guys can do it. No problem. All right, good. All right, 5 each. Finish us. All right. Let's try this again. Big key. Open. And you say man. have to have our swords touching. Shinai touching with this. And then we go like this. Put it away. Up over your shoulder. Good job. Bring your hand around. Already did it. Put your thumb on top. And that's right. Get back up. How do you put the thumbs out? Alright, good. Thumbs out. And now let's try we'll do full time 5 times. Up to you if you want to do one. Okay. Yeah, you can do one breath while done. Full time. And for this one, it's the same as net. So before we've been, like, let's say we're on a line typically, right? We're stepping off the line, we're leaving the target, and then they go through, right? Cool is the same idea. We just turn out the wrist instead of bringing it through our head. We just step sideways and turn. Just when you step sideways too, watch out. Sometimes we step back and we do this. We don't want that. We just want a lateral movement. So, and go through it. That's the full thing. Alright? So let's do that again. Full thing, 5 times. Alright? Okay, that's awesome. Let me guess what's. And we put it away. Bring our hand around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And also, Maya, we have to keep an eye on each other. You know why? In case one of us is tricky. Like when we're like this, and I put my Shinai away, I have to keep my eye on him. If he tries something, I'm ready. Because he can trick me if I'm not keeping an eye. So we always have to watch each other. Alright, so everyone come center. Wanna take? Good job. Okay, from here. Songkyo. Osman-to. Put it over our shoulder again. Thumb on top. Stand back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arigatou gozaimasu! Let's! Right beside your dad. You're gonna be able to. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Good job. Perfect. Raise up! Let's get! Masu! Right! Show me. Right! Okay. Right! Alright, thanks very much everyone for practice. Good job. We'll start. I know some of you have sort of gone over some of this stuff before. It's a good review in the new year, but we're gonna slowly start increasing. One of our goals for this term is to build up a little stamina. So we'll start increasing the tempo a little bit, while still paying attention to breaking things down in technical ways and continue to learn. But we want to raise our physical fitness at the same time. That's one of our goals for this quarter, I guess. So, anyway, thanks for practice, and we'll see you next time. Any announcements? Okay, yeah, I think we're good for now. We are part of an Ontario Kendo Federation, and it's going to have its annual general meeting at the end of this month. I'm actually the representative for there, so just to kind of let you know, I go there to represent our dojo. I try to bring any concerns. Most of these meetings tend to be about sort of the governance and making sure we're, they share some of the plans that they have for the upcoming year, but they also sort of technical federation business that gets done as well. I'll let you guys know how that meeting goes and pass on any news that there might be. The most interesting for you probably will be the events that they host, and I should have a calendar for those events coming up soon. So, yeah, that's everything.
One announcement. For anyone in this club who are not using the software Discord, we have a Discord server, which is our most efficient way of dispensing information. So if you have a Discord account, please contact one of us for login details. If you don't have the software, I would highly encourage everyone to get it. It's an easy to use user-friendly software.
Actually, on the registration, there's a checkbox to say if you want to join the Discord. So if you check that off, I'm going to be going through and collecting all those names and setting everybody up. I was just sort of giving a little time for registration stragglers before you. But very soon I'll